It was 3 days after the Tans had won a shocking victory over the joint Red and Green Army. The Green Prime Minister was furious. He was demanding answers from his generals. Meanwhile, the Reds decided to pull their troops out and separate from the Green Army, making Prime Minister Creed even more furious. However, he had built this alliance on shaky terms and couldn't risk yelling at the Red leader. Not to mention, he didn't even know how to find the Red leader. The alliance proposal had been sent by a messenger, and no face-to-face meeting had been done. No one had seen Kaiser Redhelm since the end of the Great Plastic Wars. In fact, the entire Red Province cut off communications from the rest of the kingdom, only sending representatives to the most important of meetings. The Red Army surprisingly moved northeast after leaving the Greens, towards the corner of the Tan Nation, instead of south, where their own lands were. Soon the army came upon a valley and set up defenses on both sides. It turns out that they had intel that a Tan force was going to be moving through this area, on the way to reinforce the front lines, and the Reds were ready to catch them unawares. Hey guys, what's going on? Daily Tactics here, and we are back with some more Army Men Civil War, Episode 4. Now, today, as you could tell from the intro, the Reds have decided to ambush a Tan convoy on their own homeland, the land they seized from the Greens. This convoy is heading south, back to the front line through what was green territory and is now tan territory. They have hundreds of vehicles in this convoy. Okay, maybe not hundreds, but almost, almost. We're getting there. Like probably 50 vehicles in this convoy, along with some infantry, and they are just cruising. They're not really suspecting anything, but the Tans have snuck in, along with a few cannons and sandbags and materials to build up a bit of a defensive line, and they are ready to pour down fire onto this convoy. They've got troops with bazookas, they've got some pack guns, they've got other cannons, they've got M16s, they've got LMGs. They are really prepared for a fight here. So their main strategy is distract the enemy with these guys on the left here, while the men on the right come and crest the hill while the distraction is underway, and pour fire from that direction as well. They've also got a few troops and a pack gun in a forward position over here. All of these troops are probably going to die pretty quickly, but their idea for this was try and take out some of the Shermans in the very front of the convoy, and just deal with that. Also, the pack gun is going to be capable of taking out hopefully a few tanks as well. Either way, it's a bit of a risky maneuver for the Red Army, but it could bring a crippling halt to the Tan advancement here into Green territory if they are successful. We'll certainly see if that is the case. Let's go in slow-mo for the first bit of the battle here, because I have a feeling a lot is going to happen in the first few seconds of this battle, so we want to catch as much of it as we possibly can. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, and immediately the Red Army begins to fire down onto the Tans. They are trying to get as much fire as quickly as possible down there, launching their cannons, firing their LMGs, M16s, rifles, whatever they got, taking out tons and tons of infantry down here, as well as some vehicles, as you can see. The troop carriers are releasing their men from the backs of them, and the 50 cals are reacting as quickly as possible. Some of the tanks themselves are moving out, attempting to assist their men, and explosives are hitting the red hill up above here. A lot of their men are going down, but a lot of them are still standing their ground and trying to help their comrades over here. Oh my god, huge explosions happening over here as Shermans blow up into smithereens. And it looks like the Reds over here are reacting a bit, trying to help out their comrades. They need to take out these Shermans fast, or else they're going to lose a lot more cannons. This pack gun over here is surprisingly still alive. I thought that would got down very quickly. Looks like the cover over here from this house, it has been completely destroyed, and now these Reds are opening fire. They've got really no other choice, except they just lost their last bazooka men behind this house, so they're not going to be able to take out these tanks, but hopefully they can help with some of the infantry, and it seems like they're able to. They're taking out quite a few of them. There's still a few guys behind this house, and they've got the pack gun, so they are not sitting completely incapable of defending themselves over here. Let's see what's going on in the middle. A lot more Tan men are starting to crest the hill a little bit, which is a mistake, because the Reds are just waiting for them. Perhaps they think, oh, well, there's cover over here, so let's get to it. But little do they know, there are Red men standing, waiting for them over that hill, and they're getting shut down. Although they are retaliating bit by bit, as we can see, taking out as many Reds as they possibly can. Still a large number of vehicles in the back here for the Tans, although the front and middle is just blown up. Let's see, is this the pack gun is still alive over here, and so are a lot of the troops from this house. There's a bunch of tan men, maybe flanking around the back, trying to hit these red guys over here. The Sherman is moving forward a little bit. We'll see if this pack gun can get a nice shot on it. Uh-oh, 50 cal destroys the front of the cannon. I wonder if the gun is... Well, it killed the crew too, so that gun is not operational. The only hope for taking out these Shermans in the front now are the few bazooka men they have over here. Let's see how it's going on the hill. This cannon is down. I suspect most of the cannons over here are down. It's up to the bazooka men, who we can see are firing away, and they're getting some good hits. Hopefully they make contact and manage to destroy some of these vehicles. Yep, it looks like all of the red cannons have been destroyed. It's up to the infantry now, and the infantry does seem to be doing a very good job, especially the guys behind this hill. They're even making some advancements in the middle onto the road. These guys diving out of the way. Very cool. Let's go into regular motion now as the battle begins to progress. Oh, this is so neat. I love it. Super cool. A couple of guys in the tall grass over here, taking out the last of the Shermans over here. It seems like there's just this one, and it just got hit from the side. I wonder if it's still alive. Nope, its crew bails out and is met with almost immediate red fire, and they get chopped down. Looks like the forward units over here are still alive, and they managed to make it through the beginning of the battle. I'm very impressed by that. I was not expecting them to live very long. And now the Reds are beginning to dominate the front of the field, but they've still got to deal with a whole large part of the convoy in the back here. They've still got, it looks like a few Shermans might still be active. This one's probably dead. I think this one... Okay, maybe no Shermans, but they've got a few troop transports. I wonder if this M24 Chaffee's alive. It is still moving around. So the tanks for the Tans are still somewhat alive, you know, hoping to stay alive probably a little longer. And the Tan troops are really just at a loss. They've got almost no cover around here to combat the Reds. So they're hiding behind tanks and things like that. This troop transport has gone down, and there seems to really only be two left alive, and the Chaffee. The Reds from the front are now beginning an assault on the back here. See more bazookas going off. I wonder if it's making any contact with alive troop carriers. Looks like it might be. This could be the end of the Tan convoy here. Just smoke and fire everywhere. Still putting up a good fight, though. I am pleasantly surprised with the Tan army and how they've managed to stay alive this long. Their troops are somewhat retreating. I think they're just looking for cover, basically. It's a tactical retreat. I mean, I don't blame them. There's almost no cover over here, and the Reds are beginning to move in on their positions and just really creep and crawl all around. This Chaffee is still kicking, but it just took a shot to the back. Still alive. I'm expecting it to go down soon, except this bazooka man just failed epically. Huge miss right there. Let's see if he gets the hit this time around. He's going in. He's getting close. He hits it. Its engine might be dead. Yeah, it seems to be flaming. That'll blow up very soon. There it goes. It is gone. The crew is bailing out. My telephone's ringing in the background. Sorry about that. The crew bailed out. Still surprisingly alive. I'm surprised they weren't killed immediately. But now they're dead. Let's see. Yep, still more Tan troops retreating backwards. Not really a lot of them left alive. There is probably 8 to 10 of them, and I suspect the Reds are going to chase after them. They're still firing a few single shots at them, trying to keep up, trying their very, very best. Okay, let's get them over here. They'll do like a little last stand. Try and get them to this clearing over here where they can set up a bit of a base of operations, I guess. Uh-oh. But Reds are cresting the hill and starting to fire down on them. Although they're not very accurate. I mean, these guys are moving pretty fast, and the Reds can't seem to get a hit on any of them. I mean, look at this. You can see the bullet impacts in the ground as they just miss the tan men completely. I'm actually surprised. All right, well they're probably gonna make a few men over here, and now they are committing to their final stand. The tan men over here, firing away at the oncoming Reds. The tans are very brave. They know what they're fighting for, and they're probably willing to die for it. Reds still advancing. Few tan men starting to go down as they get nailed by fire. A couple of these are probably just like tank crewmen who had to bail out of their tanks. I mean, there were tons of tanks on that field, so they're probably not heavily trained in machine gun fire. You know, their really only hope here is to eliminate a few more red troopers. This guy's got a grenade out. Smart idea. Except they get grenaded first. And they're going to have to run from their position, which they're doing. Ooh, and they lost their cover there. They're going to have to disperse mildly. A few of them get shot down due to that. A couple of them still alive, though. Still firing at the Reds here. Oh my god. This guy's like glitched into some logs. Oh, he fell, and the last man goes down as well. Did they get any kills in the last little smidge of that? Let's see. So the yellow are the tans, red are the Reds. Looks like one red man died during that. Still quite a number of Reds alive, but let's check out the total losses. Keep in mind that explosions do delete the bodies, so probably about 2 to 3 times more men died in this battle than we can see while doing this. But as you can see, just tons of yellows died, or sorry, tans, and I mean a lot of Reds as well, though I don't think nearly as many. This was a tough blow to the tans. It is going to cripple their army quite a bit. Hopefully they can make a recovery. Perhaps they make a few new allies, something like that. We will see in the future what happens. Either way, guys, I really hope you enjoyed the battle. Comment, rate, and subscribe if you did. There will definitely be a part 5. I'm thinking about maybe uploading that on Friday, do a little 2 episodes in 1 week kind of a thing. Let me know what you think about that. But yeah, I really hope you guys have been enjoying this series. I've been having fun making it. Yeah, thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.